The mother of a schoolboy who suffered a severe allergic reaction when a piece of cheese was flicked at him in the school cafeteria has shared a haunting final image of him in an effort to raise awareness of the dangers and I suppose the lack of knowledge that we have actually about allergies.
Karanbir Cheema died 12 days after falling seriously ill. He was allergic to dairy products and when an anaphylactic shock after the cheese came into contact with his skin. His mother, Rina Cheema, joins us now alongside Dr Hilary. Rina, thank you so much for coming in. It's so important. I know it's very important to you. I mean, we saw the image there. You know, what was your thoughts about releasing that image? How did you feel at that time? You know, how important was that to people to see that?
I think people need to know the effects it can have. Allergy effect is not just something that's going to happen and you're going to walk away with it.
That was, was it 12 days?
He was in hospital for 12 days like that. I never saw him conscious after.
Good God.
I left him in the morning at home.
And the thing is, the school knew, obviously, that he had this severe dairy allergy, didn't they? And he was allergic to lots of things as well. Just explain what his situation was and how you lived with it, because it's obviously a very difficult thing to navigate.
I lost him in 2005. Well, when I say I lost him, he went into anaphylactic shock when he was 2.5. I learnt then the importance to act.
Quickly.
Prompt. As soon as somebody says, oh, I've had touch this, touch that, from what I've learnt, there is no harm giving an adrenaline pen.
Just give straight away.
Straight away.
Had you been in moments before where you've had to give him the adrenaline pen?
No, because he was a baby at that time, and I knew at that time I didn't know he was allergic to wheat. I didn't know he was allergic to lots of other products. But milk from a very, very young age, which is dairy.
And the strange thing is, of course, is that even the experts say that for him to have lost his life, not through eating it, but through the touch of cheese on his skin is really rare.
The skin was abrased.
So he had a graze on it?
Abrased, yeah. It was bleeding. And
why, because of the eczema or something?
Yes, my son suffered from ectopic eczema.
So it was a terrible sort of, not a coincidence, but it was a terrible sort of alignment of the cheese and then it just happened to be an open wound.
Yeah, it happened, yeah.
Goodness me. And what is the issue? The fact that the school have apologised and I know they've said that they should have done more and they should have had better systems in place. What is it that you're trying to say now to anybody who has children in their care about having pens and knowing what to do?
First of all, educate everybody. Children, parents, schools, teachers, everybody, just educate them. There's no harm.
It's just worth clarifying one little fact, is that the school did have these adrenaline pens.
Yeah,
they did have, well, they had one.
They had
but which
one.
You'd supplied in 2016, I believe. But by the time this incident came, it was out of date. So this has been locked away somewhere in a little first aid box or whatever. But the problem is that they just weren't checked.
No.
I mean, that's the issue. So going back to education, then it's not just about having them, but being really on top of it, really. And hasn't the coroner suggested that we should actually, schools and workplaces and people should be holding 2 of these pens?
Yes, 2 EpiPens and 1 perhaps in your bag. I was having a conversation with Dr Hilary Jones and I was saying it's no harm educating children as well. If he was on that table and some other child knew that, hang on, I can give him an EpiPen, train them. They're not, they're not babies, they're children now. So you can train anybody who needs help and to give the adrenaline pen.
Are they easy to use?
Really easy to use. I'm so proud of Rina. She's lost her only son to a potentially preventable condition called anaphylaxis. We're seeing more anaphylaxis year on year, 600% plus increase in the 20 years leading to 2012, and about 20 people lose their lives to anaphylaxis in the UK every year. We're seeing more of it for all sorts of reasons, quite complex to explain, but just how easy it is to administer an adrenaline pen. I'll show you. This is a training pen. There's no needle in here, but the needle in a proper pen is thin thinner than an average human hair, so you don't feel it when it goes in. You can't do any harm with this. If I gave it to you without anaphylaxis now, it wouldn't do any harm at all. So it's safe to use. Anyone can use it.
So don't be what you're trying to say to a teacher or whatever, don't be afraid to make that the first thing you do.
Absolutely.
Just do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in your case, they took 10 minutes to administer it, which is too long.
So here's a pen. The needle will be in here in a proper pen, and literally you hold it against the outer thigh, you press it in, you listen to the click, and you leave it there for 5 seconds, and the adrenaline is drawn into the body, and that can reverse the early symptoms of anaphylaxis. Helps the breathing, helps the heart rate, helps the blood pressure.
Again. You've put it next to your thigh.
Just put it next to your thigh.
Does it have to be thigh? Can it be?
It's best on the outer thigh.
Right. So you put it on the thigh, and you place it next to it, and then you've just pushed it in.
Absolutely, and you'll hear the click, and the adrenaline will be drawn in over 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Now, one might not be enough. There are 3 different types of adrenaline pen. Doesn't matter which type you use, as long as you use it. And you use it quickly as soon as anaphylaxis signs
really
occur.
good information.
Whether it's a rash, whether it's breathing difficulty, swelling of the tongue and the mouth.
How quickly should they react for you to know that one has not been enough?
So you'd probably wait a minute or 2.
Right.
And if you're in any doubt at all, or symptoms are getting worse, you'd give it a second one.
No danger of giving them?
No, absolutely not. Right. And this is the thing. People are scared of using adrenaline pens. Any teacher, anyone doing first aid, anyone should be confident about using these, and any patient themselves should be able to use one of these things. Your son was really well educated, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Karan was intelligent, and he could have used this, and he went straight to the medical room when he started symptoms. But it takes too long to wait for paramedics to arrive sometimes. Somebody needs to act. You need to have at least 2 of these in every school. Probably defibrillator as well, but
and
that's asking too much.
Let's just finish by talking to Rina. Did the school? I mean, how did you find out what had happened?
I got a call at work that he'd gone. He wanted Piriton. Can I give him Piriton? I never asked for anybody to give it. I always said, give it, then let me know. And then
Piriton's an antihistamine.
Yes.
Yeah, antihistamine. And then I just had a gut feeling something was wrong, and got a call 11:33, and then I can't remember the second time, and I just ran to school, and then I saw him on the paramedic table, and that was what you see of him is what I saw of him, and that was it.
I'm so sorry, and it is like Dr Hilary said, very brave of you to now want to, spread the knowledge really, make us all more informed.
I just want everybody to act.
And Rina, what a fantastic tribute that is for Karanbir as well. To know that his life can go on to save other lives is just a fantastic thing. And Rina, it's so incredibly brave that what you're doing, and we're very grateful for you coming in this morning.
Thank you.